blocking in Battle for Grid is one of the more difficult things to do. Take this sequence for example. We've got Draken Scorpion Resist into an overhead which can be left or right, followed by a low for wherever Draken lands. And this is difficult to block, especially in the context of a match, right? So how do we block something like this consistently? Because one of the things is that Draken can always choose which side he teleports on, and he can choose when the Scorpion Resist comes out. And there is one simple way of handling this, and that is the chicken block. So here's the thing, when you block something in the air, you don't have to worry about whether or not it's overhead, you don't have to worry about it's low, hell, you don't even need to worry about if it's left and right. Look, so I'm just going to press up, and until I land, I'm blocking, right? So I don't have to worry about anything that comes my way until I land. And that's the key thing, is until I land. So this sequence, as you can see here, I can jump, block the Scorpion Resist in the air, and because of that I don't have to worry about what side Draken's on because the overhead comes out while I'm still in the air. I still have to worry about blocking that low, right? Like that. So I still have to worry about which side I land, but there is an extra layer to this, you see, because push block, when done in the air, allows us to stay in the air for the duration of the push block. So let me show you. And just like that, because of the push block, it means that I stay in the air long enough that the mix from the low when I land is completely avoided. I don't have to worry about this at all. One of the things I will say is that when you're doing this, try and do it as late as possible. The later the push block, the more likely you are to get a punish for it. So if I delay this, there you go, and just like that, because he whiffed the button and I was still hovering above them with push block, if I press a light button on the way down, I can get a punish for it. And that's just an extra thing to look out for while you're doing this. So another thing that the chicken block is good for is sandwich situations. So we've got this here. Lauren's going to get a kill, she's going to drop cat assist, and I have to guess when the takeover is going to happen and when cat is going to do the low. Now I don't want to guess, I don't want to be in the situation to begin with, so this is another place where I can use the chicken block. Let me show you. So here, so two nicely timed push blocks to keep me in the air above cat, and as you saw, when the takeover happened and cat did the low, I wasn't anywhere to be seen. And there's a nice added bonus to this as well, is that when you've chicken blocked something, or when you've blocked anything in the air for that matter, you cannot be anti-aired until you land. Cat can't even respond by taking over and anti-airing me until I've landed on the ground, at which point I'm no longer vulnerable to anti-airs. So it's just another thing to keep in mind, is that if you block an assist, you cannot be anti-aired. So it's kind of nice to like jump into assist if you know you're going to need to chicken block them, because once you've blocked them in the air, you can't be anti-aired. One of the exceptions to this rule about blocking and then anti-airing is Lauren, and that's because when she double jumps, it does actually reset her jump state to give it a name. So here we've got something blocked, anti-air does hit, and that doesn't normally happen with characters, so just be aware that that is an exception. So there's just one warning when doing the chicken block, and that's don't overuse it. If you jump too much, you're going to fall victim to anti-airs. Your opponent's going to start doing empty jumps or empty attacks into anti-air. So like for example, I see the setup, my opponent's seen me chicken block it numerous times, and now they're going to start anti-airing me for my troubles. So just be careful with it, and don't overuse it. Just like any kind of defense, you want to keep it mixed. You want to make sure that you're not too predictable. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the comments. I will try and get back to them, or someone else may be able to help answer your question. If you feel like as though there's anything I've missed, then also put it in the comments. We could all learn from it, and I would certainly like to know. And with that, thank you very much. Have a good day.